We're live. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the party. My name is Kevin. I'm your DM for the evening. We will be playing Leverage using the Cortex system. It's a little weird. So welcome. I'm going to have everyone introduce themselves, starting with Michi.
Hi, I'm Michi at Michisaurus on Twitter. Tonight I am playing Isabel, who is going to steal hearts and personal assistance, apparently.
Yes, that is what you are great at. All right. Oh, I just lost my over. Okay. Evan, go right ahead.
I am Evan. I have a couple of Twitters and stuff, but we could do that at the end, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be playing Eli, and he is the crotchety mastermind of this band of rabble. And we'll be trying to. I'm not a mastermind, so I'm gonna do my best.
All right. Burke, go Jeff.
I am Jeff. I am playing Burke. Burke is the hitter, so kicking butts and eating nuts, I guess.
Good
But
protein snack.
probably not nuts so much.
Do you? All right. Nerdy Teddy, go for it.
And today I'm playing Rainbow. I'm the hacker and all-around technical support, I suppose.
Yeah. And information gatherer.
Yes.
Okay. So this week, in previous weeks, the crew has come together and solved problems for people that normal justice couldn't solve. If you've seen the show Leverage, that's what we're doing. If you haven't, that's what we're doing. All right. So let's begin. All right. So you guys, I'm going to frame this as an opening shot. It's a black family in the South at a barbecue, and a bunch of people just hanging around. It's a little charcoal grill, and all of a sudden, they're standing there having a good time, and some massive guy runs in from off screen and just football tackles one of the guys into the barbecue. The barbecue falls over and catches the lawn on fire. And the guy stands up, pulling up the guy he tackled, and he's like, "You're coming with me. You've been." He looks over at a camera crew. Retrieved.
Dun dun.
And then cut to the camera crew. The guy is dragging someone away. He's like, "Hey, where are you going with my son?" He's like, "You can get him back once you've paid the fees on his bail." And, that's the end of that scene. We will then cut to the scene of the father, Ulysses Howard, talking to Eli, and who else would like to be there? There's generally two people at the client interview. All right, Eli and Burke. All right, he says, my son Darnielle got in trouble. He's not a kid anymore. He's 18, so any trouble he gets in is his own trouble now, but I'm his father. I'm not going to let him hang like that. He was out on bail for an overblown drug charge when a bounty hunter broke in his door. A bounty hunter broke in my door and dragged my son off. We paid the bond. Oh, wait. No, that was out of order. He was out on bail and we paid a bond company $1,000 for the bond. But we didn't have enough, so they put us on a payment plan that keeps ballooning payments. They insisted on an ankle monitor for him, and we're paying $300 a month to the bond company for the ankle monitor. And the judge didn't even require it. We were 1 week behind on payments, and everything snowballed. The next time me and my son went to court, the big guy called himself the Retriever, intercepted us and told my son he had to go with him. And so he did, and we missed the court date. And so we had to forfeit the bail. And now we have no chance of getting any of that back. And the fees keep adding up, the equipment costs. My landlord didn't like it when the Retriever came by and broke up some parts of the house. Because apparently we are legally responsible for when a bounty hunter kicks in our door. And he's got this camera crew with him, and they're harassing us, they're calling us. They're coming and taking my son away and demanding money to get him back. That's not even bail. It's driving us. It's gone too far. We can't sleep. My son wants to make a plea deal to admit to something he didn't do so that they'll stop harassing us. We've got no good options, and I'm about to break.
Well, we hear what you're saying, and we're here to help. Now, this bond company, it's called OG Bonds.
Yeah, OG Bail Bonds, yes. Owned and operated by CJ Smits.
Smiths. Well, good enough. Burke.
Mm.
Bail bonds just allowed to walk in there and drag out your yard like that?
Bail bonds are within their rights.
Shit.
You sign over away your constitutional rights.
It ain't
Alright.
fair, but it's legal.
Well,
What does your lawyer say about this?
The lawyer's public defender. He's got not much to say about anything.
What I thought, just had to ask.
all right. I'll tell you what. We'll talk to my crew. We're going to try to solve this for you. Hang tight. It ain't over yet.
All right. Thank you.
Mm.
All right. And so what would you guys like to know, do, or find out?
Well, I think first of all, Rainbow,
Yes.
are you able to find any sort of I want vices of Smits and of this retriever. What do they like to do? Maybe that's maybe a little not pleasant or not entirely legal, or is legal, but we can maneuver our way in there. If you can find anything of that nature.
In this case, something that might not look so good to a TV network.
That's what I'm thinking.
Alright.
And
Hacker roll.
Yes, if you would like to make a hacker roll, give me hacker intelligence or awareness. Intelligence. You have to beat a 5. So, yeah.
How's a 12?
A 12 was definitely better than 5. Alright. So you've crushed it. As far
It's a good
as
start, everybody. It's a very good start.
Awesome.
And you have a bunch of embarrassing photos of him too from his Facebook. That he
yeah, you've got. Oh God, does the retriever love his Facebook?
I bet, yeah.
He wants. There's like pictures of him, like doing what he claims is like how The Rock works out. There's like every day there is a gym selfie. There is a influencer ad for protein powder. Let's see.
Is he actually like big and strong?
Yes,
Okay, so he is
muscled.
actually like intimidating.
He's like a wrestler built, where a lot of it is glossy and like very clearly defined muscles, and shiny in times where it probably shouldn't be shiny.
He oils himself.
He also has like not exactly a
But
Jerry
you
curl.
can't grapple him.
It's all tactical. It's all very tactical.
He has like why am I thinking Linus hair? Like a little bit of Richard Simmons, but like he thinks it looks good.
All right, he's making it work for him.
He's not making it work, but he is still sporting it.
It's singular.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a
very
very
human.
curly blonde mop that is clearly dyed that color.
Yes.
Let's see. There's pictures of him like running after a guy. Pictures of him. It looks like most of this dude's time is spent in the gym or like. Every now and then there's a picture of him on a stakeout, which is just him in a car. Like, yeah,
On a
And-
stakeout.
yeah, on a stakeout. Look at this selfie. And all of it is hashtagged retriever.
Nice.
All right. Do I find anything in his things? He seems like the person who might be ordering steroids from.
Oh yeah, you can do that
not-so-good
online.
sites.
Yes, that's how he's getting them.
All right, that's what I
He's
thought.
definitely
Fine.
juicing. He, yeah, he buys a lot of protein powder. Let's see, what else is up with this guy? This guy absolutely loves football. Um, Specifically Kentucky University football. He's all about it. It's all he ever posts about, unless it's a gym selfie.
So
He
the
doesn't.
clown.
He's married. He doesn't seem to have any kids. And yeah,
Okay.
Anything we can learn about the wife?
the wife is part of his business, and she basically runs the operation of his business while he does the chasing down of guys. She handles the books. She finds the clients. Does a lot of the internet work for a bail bonds business, which is a lot of tracking people.
Is she
But yes.
particularly smart, or just kind of?
Eh, she's not bad at it.
She's not like hacker level, is what I mean. They're not like some
No.
sort of badass dynamic duo or anything.
She's an office manager.
Okay, cool, perfect, awesome. Just does the basic work. All right, and anything on CJ Smits?
CJ Smits is the owner of the business. He owns a couple of low-income housing places. He owns a pawn shop as well. He is he's a big heavyset guy, completely bald. Completely bald. There's pictures of him sitting in the bail bond shop, with the any picture of him is a picture of him and someone else, and it's a picture of him with the retriever, and a picture of him with local politician, or a picture of him with the TV weatherman, because he's a business owner and uses that to
Pillar of
make
the
himself
community.
look good. Yeah, he likes to. He would try to get any celebrity in the city to get a picture with.
That is good.
Sorry about that.
All right. Well, so it doesn't look like they're all doing anything nasty or illegal from what we can find. Just goofy.
Actually, yeah, you rolled well enough. You would be able to find something with CJ. A lot of his money does seem to be routed through a laundromat that, as you drive past, you see is basically 3 machines.
Front. That's front.
So we got a front, steroids, which everybody probably kind of expected from this guy. And so I guess, the only other dirt depends on how embarrassing you think being a Kentucky football fan is.
What about gambling?
Neither of them seem to have a significant gambling issue. Sometimes there's some bets on the games, but you don't find much deeper than that.
Right. All right. So, we need to get them to leave this family alone, right? And I'm figuring they're probably doing this to other families, but we're going to do our best at this one here. So, I got some ideas, but anything popping up for y'all?
I think we fake a TV show. We've got our own person more than capable of being a bounty hunter. Everybody else can just be the crew, the producers, can get us places, get us talking to people, and probably piss off this retriever guy.
Good point. We all look at Burke. Burke, you think you're up for it? You think you can take him? I'll take that as a yes. Literally just laughing.
That's the most you've ever seen Burke laugh.
Very good.
Taking him's one thing, but how does this actually solve the problem?
Well, what I figure is this. We get him rattled. We get him pissed enough. We might start trying to get a little bit wilder. It seems like he makes his popularity on how how much of an action hero he is. The more he pushes that, the more he's more likely to step over a line. Maybe do something illegal, do something stupid, and we can catch him on tape. But I want CJ. That's who I want.
We want to make them all scramble. You scramble them, you get them scared, they start doing things they shouldn't.
So if we were to hurt CJ's money and hurt dog or the retrievers, how dare I?
Legally distinct.
Very, very different.
Bounty hunter.
You were just talking about someone's puppy. It's cool.
Yeah.
That's right. Sorry, I was talking about someone's puppy. If we hurt CJ's money and hurt the retriever's reputation, I think we can have him rightfully rattled. So, hurting retriever's reputation, that's good enough. Make a fake TV show. We do what we need to. Hurting CJ Smith's money, how we going to do that? This laundromat, we could try to launder money through him. Say that we want in on the business, something of that case.
I think if we start up what we're doing, we've only got so much information. We may need to learn more. We learn more by rattling them.
You do know one other thing. There is quite a few emails between the bond company, and the judge, the Honorable Dennis Highchurch, who is a local judge. The emails don't show anything too suspicious. There's just a lot of communications between those two outlets. Yeah. You do also note that the judge is running for re-election in a year.
All right.
Let's see. And yeah, there's a picture of CJ with the judge, Judge Highchurch.
So if we can get CJ and this judge to maybe start having a little bit of a lover's spat, that can mess him up, jam him up a little bit.
Here's an idea. It says might be working with them, pushing bales their way. Obviously, probably if he's doing that, there's a kickback. Maybe we tell him we could make him famous. You go in as a producer, get some information, make it look like he's working for somebody else.
CJ?
No, the judge.
The judge. I don't think the judge wants to be a producer. I think the judge wants to be elected. But if we can somehow twist this in his favor of being publicity.
We'll put him, he works with us instead of CJ. We'll put him on
That's
the show, make him a hero, get him publicity.
No, he's on our show. He's Hang'em High Church.
Ooh. Yeah, Burke. I like it. I mean, he could be the next, who's that old lady judge everybody's always watching?
Judge Judy?
Yeah, Judge Jubilee. Her. He could be the next Judge Jubilee. Well, right, I like it. Burke, let's go make you a very nasty bounty hunter.
I really like Judge Jubilee.
Judge Jubilee.
Would watch.
She shoots little green sparks out of her hands.
You're guilty!
Her robes are yellow. She has 90s glasses. Yes, that Jubilee.
Get the hell out of my courtroom. All right.
Okay, well, in that case, then, I think there's some blank core magnets over there if you could grab them. And, Burke, there's a camera back in the corner if you can grab it. It's the big one.
Yes, you do have one of the, TV production cameras, which are the size of a person. A lot of things are shot on GoPro now, but this one looks more like a camera.
It's what people expect to see.
Right.
Yes.
Oh my God, this works perfect. All right. Either I can be camera or you can be camera, Rainbow. Isabel, I want you to be the producer. You gotta be the producer. And if you're the producer, I think you can. You're the producer. If you're the sound guy, you're gonna have that one of them big mechanical on your chest that hangs from your neck, right? And the big boomstick. that could be your, I don't know, computer or whatever. Right? You're sneaky. You can hide that in there. And I can be a cameraman because I can hold a camera. It ain't doesn't look too hard.
I mean, or you could just use your phone like presumably you've been doing this whole time.
My what?
I don't think you need like a secret computer. We all have secret computers. They're called our phones.
Eli takes out a flip phone and goes, "How you supposed to do anything with this?"
The oldest Nokia brick.
Yeah.
They are
durable.
It's all banged up and destroyed. I got this right when I got out of prison. That bed it lasts me forever. It's nice.
Remind me, we've got to upgrade him.
I don't want to. I don't need it. And he flips it back, puts it in his pocket. All right, let's do this. Let's go find some bounties.
Okay, so actually, someone give me a mastermind awareness roll.
All right.
Let's get you a good bounty going. Ooh, and there's an opportunity, but I don't think it matters. So, Eli, give me a awareness mastermind for this finding a bounty thing.
All right, alertness and mastermind. That is going to be 2d10. I think. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Okay.
Yes. All right, you got a 10. You beat a 5 by 5, which is great. So you find that there is 2 guys who have skipped out that are probably on the high priority list for this for CJ Smiths. Let's see. There'd be Erlen Bushman. He's a repeat drug offender who has missed the last 3 scheduled court dates, and there's a warrant out for him. And Stevie McMeans.
His name is Stevie McMeans. I love it.
Which one's got something violent on him?
Stevie McMeans does have an assault conviction for a fight at a bar. Not as well as being out on bail for a different fight at a different bar.
These bars have a theme? Are they a particular kind of bar?
One is a country bar, the other is a Western bar.
Gotcha. All right, we're gonna
that's definitely a
him.
theme. And it seems if this retriever guy wants to make himself look like an action hero, the guy with the violent record's going to be the one he wants to take down. So we get there first.
Let's go.
Actually, you guys can be in the retriever talking to his producers. What was his producer's network? Oh yeah, I did not. Okay, the name of his producer. You can find emails between the retriever and his producer. The producer's name is Anne Shively.
Uh-oh.
And she works for
Isabel. Keep Isabel away from her.
Anne Shively, and she works for the National Country Network. Or National Country TV Network.
Okay. Alright. Eli probably loves country music. Yes. This will be a thing.
It looks like they aren't officially producing his show yet, but he's like pitching this very hard to Anne Shively, and she seems very receptive to this show as it would fill something they're not currently having.
Okay.
They currently have reruns of Cops in the time slot that she's talking about for his show. But yes, all right. So let's see.
I definitely don't want to derail us, but does anybody remember what that Cops knockoff was that used to be on the soup all the time?
Live PD is one.
Yeah, that was the one I'm thinking of. Thank you. Okay,
I have
carry
a
on.
Generate name. Oh no, that's there. No, I'm looking up randomized bar names now. Let's see. No.
Just anything with honky tonk.
The Dizzy Bootlegger Saloon.
There you go.
Yes.
Nice.
What kind of music do you play here? Oh, we got both kinds. Country and Western.
Yippee!
Oh, Blues Brothers. All right.
Are we in the bar?
All right, you guys can be outside
Is
the
it
bar.
line dancing night?
Yes, it is. It is line dancing night. The place is hopping. Also, line dancing until 10, and then karaoke starts. And you know when karaoke starts, it's about an hour before a fight starts.
Yep. Oh, it brings back good memories. Good memories.
So Burke's not gonna like this part, but we gotta sell it, which means Burke has to do the rundown of who we're going after on camera.
What do you mean? What do I?
But like, in those shows, they're like, "All right, we're going after so and so, and he's got blah blah blah."
What was the guy's name? McMeany? What?
Stevie McMeans.
Stevie.
It's like the perfect name.
It is pretty perfect. I'm a nasty boy doing nasty things. Stevie McMean. You never catch me. Except he's a country guy, so.
All right, I look near the camera, but not into it, because I do not understand how this is supposed to work.
As Isabella, as the producer, would you would there be a little scene of you like pep talking Burke into?
Oh, absolutely. It's like no. This way. Look in here. Do I need to put googly eyes on it?
So I look in the camera and I say, "This guy's an asshole, and I'm gonna go get this asshole." Right? I got the gist, right?
It was a little weak. I didn't believe it.
All right.
I didn't believe it.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. I got
Put a
this.
little more
I got this.
emphasis on asshole.
There you go. Loosen up. Yeah, loosen up. That's what you need.
What do I say instead?
No. You can say that.
I can say asshole.
Yeah. Okay.
Asshole.
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 What are you, a 50s gangster? What's that? What are you doing?
In the meantime, we do see a Hummer H3 pull up, and a couple of guys get out the back, and like the retriever gets out of the passenger seat, and out of the front seat comes his wife with a makeup kit, who puts it on the hood and starts doing his like powdering his forehead.
That's what we needed. Damn.
I don't need powder.
That would imply that she ever sweats. Let's kidding.
All right.
All right. Do I have a bead on Stevie McMeans? Is he in the line?
Stephen McMeans is currently posting to social media, so it's easy.
He's a wanted criminal, and he's posting.
Nobody said these people are smart.
That's true.
Are we in Florida? I feel like
it's
Florida.
Missouri, actually. Missouri.
Okay.
Because Florida actually has laws about bounty hunting.
Yeah.
Missouri does not.
Thank you for looking this up.
Smart choice.
Research.
Realism.
Guy's on social media right now, so.
He's wearing a kind of like a white plaidish shirt with like red and green. It's kind of a hideous shirt. It's not going to look good on camera. And he's wearing a cowboy hat tilted to the side, but it's...
That will look good on camera.
So, that will look good on camera. It's a big kind of straw cowboy hat looking thing. No, not straw. What am I thinking of? Like a woven hat. It doesn't matter. It's a big dumb hat.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, and you see his wife powdering him, and then like looking on social media. And so the guy, Stevie McMeans, is currently in the bar. Are you guys gonna try to flush him out? Are you gonna wait for him to come out?
Camera? Or are we?
You're all set up for
ready
shooting.
to go. We're filming.
Wait for their cameras to turn on. Show them up in front of their own cameras.
Because
shit.
if they see your cameras, they might be interested.
Yeah, and then I realized I'm gonna need a bounty hunter name.
Yeah, you do. We had to have come up with this beforehand, right?
No,
we had to have.
You didn't think of it.
Shit.
We're gonna take a moment now and do it.
Burke,
All
I thought you had this.
I don't generally need to announce my name one way or the next. I'm werewolf, the bounty hunter.
No. I will personally not allow you to be werewolf the bounty hunter.
All right. Well, what do you guys got?
I don't have anything. You can be werewolf, I guess.
I mean, I'm Eli, the bounty hunter. No, that'll be way too
I
confusing.
tried
Hey.
generators and I got nothing.
Let's see. Chlora.
I tried generators and I got nothing.
These aren't good.
It's all just fantasy names. I don't know.
Oh, you forgot to unclick dwarf.
Uh,
Oh, there's good.
Human-
Liberty Chapman.
Liberty Chapman. Yeah, all right. That's
Rose of
ridiculous
the
enough.
Sun.
Yes,
That
Rose of
works.
the Sun.
I'm Liberty,
We have
the
we have
bounty
exactly
hunter.
we have exactly the right demographic for this too.
Yeah.
We're in like yeah, this is perfect. Country western fan. Yeah, this is great. Liberty.
How are you guys gonna flush him out of the bar?
Say you go in the bar. Nothing like a good old bar brawl to be an American.
It's
president.
hard to film in the bar, and starting a fight in the bar could end up being. Wait, you guys aren't real producers. You wouldn't assess the insurance costs for this, would you?
Nope.
You might.
Up to you.
This-
Man. This is more your field.
But do I
Yeah. Why don't you like try to entice him with his social mediaing and the fact that we have a camera?
Oh, I could. Yeah, I suppose I could tell him we're news reporters looking to talk to him.
About
I don't know.
Well, obviously, we're looking to talk to him about his plight and how the justice system has failed him.
All right, so are you gonna go in there and have that talk with him?
well, obviously we'd have to film outside where it's quieter.
Yeah, you're filming outside, but are you gonna send Isabel in to flush the? What
I mean,
like-
if we're sending Isabel in, I don't know if we need to make fake promises of interviewing him.
True.
That's true.
Oh,
So Isabel, how would you?
Look, have the backup in case she rolled badly.
Burke, you can wait right outside the door.
I'm gonna
all right.
get
So
into character.
yeah.
That's right.
So Isabel, you go into this bar. It is your standard country bar. You are dressed kind of appropriately for this because you knew you were coming to Missouri.
I'm assuming this is like Madonna era 2000. Her brief cowboy phase. Just
I do not remember
nobody
that.
remembers that. Oh,
Thankfully, probably.
it was a pretty good phase. It was right after her weird geisha phase.
Ooh.
Now, guys, we've all had a geisha phase. Right? Don't judge. Don't judge.
I'm still
Everybody
waiting
at
for
one
that
time or
midlife
another.
crisis.
There was a pretty good song that went along with it. That's all I remember.
All I remember is the Ray of Light music video. That's all I
Yeah,
got.
this one was right after that. It was a cowboy thing.
Okay.
Yeah, get the hat going on.
But
It's
yeah,
fine.
but like a Madonna cowboy thing. So
But yeah, Isabel comes in looking all good, swaying her way through the crowd over to him. Give me a roll of Grifter plus willpower.
Alright.
Oop. Drop the
Oh
thing.
god damn it!
So you have rolled a 1, which generates a complication.
always
So
have a backup.
take a plot point.
Yay!
Take a plot point.
God, we always start with 2, right? Or 1.
You always start with 1. So I need a good complication. So the complication is as you're coming up to him, like 2 other guys get in your way. Be like, "Hey, darling, come here often."
Not really.
And one of them's a cat.
There is a cat. There's a cat
There's a
sitting
cat
on the bar.
There's always a cat on
The
the bar.
cat caller.
Yeah, but they're aggressive jerks. How do you want to deal with these 2 guys, or do you want to just continue on with your mark?
I mean, I'm going to try to just sidestep and keep moving.
Okay, so
also punch them.
you can.
That's your secondary. So
This will actually generate a complication for your roll, so 1d6. So give me a another approach on this guy with willpower, Grifter. Jesus. That is 11 is the total you need to beat.
Oh,
Are you using any of your specialties or aspects or disciplines? No, that's not the word. Descriptors? No, I always forget this word.
Distinction.
Distinctions. That's it.
Let's see. I can use cocky in my favor.
That'll definitely work.
Yeah.
And then also femme fatale.
So, I think you can use. Can you use both? I think you can use. You can use both.
She's the best at what she does.
Nobody here to tell you otherwise.
Let's ask the DM. Oh wait. Oh, I forgot the book. Oh well.
It's fine.
It's up here. Ooh.
All right. So that's
Okay.
10.
All right. So give me that. You got an 8.
Eight.
Is good. All right. So you've at least matched it. Oh, you got a 16.
Oh.
You got a 16. So you've killed this roll. All right. You basically look at these guys, and you've turned these two guys into a way to get Stevie's attention. By like, I don't know, I'm trying to think how you would do this. How would you do this? How would you? Let me ask the person who's flirted before.
Explain.
Flirted before.
You assume I flirted before.
True. But so you, yeah.
So, you know, as they're getting more aggressive, just kind of gonna start raising my voice and just being like, I really am not okay with this right now. Kind of getting that, you know, that
Yeah.
Get him to be
playing
like
up
a
the
white knight,
helpless
kind of.
damsel.
Gotcha. And he's like, yeah, you two get her. She says she's good.
Oh, he's drunk.
I'm
Yes.
drunk.
Yes.
Awesome.
One of his traits is D4 drunk.
Yes.
You get away from, and they're like, Stevie, don't be a jerk, Stevie. And he's like, no, don't you be a jerk. And then he comes up to you and is like, hey, sorry for them. They're not my friends. Hey.
Hi. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's gonna like touch the arm and do all the.
Yeah. You kind of got him hooked now, so I think we can just like cut to the scene where it's just like you kind of like leading him with one hand on his hand on your arm or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. I don't know what I mean.
Just kind of helping him.
Yeah, kind of like keeping him steady. And you get to the door of it. Now, here's what we're going to need. We are going to do opposed checks for both Burke and the, let's see, Burke and the Retriever are probably both going to go for this as soon as they know they're coming.
Before we do that, we can hear everything that's happening, right?
Yes.
I wanna be looking at my watch, looking at you guys. What was that? Was that like 30 seconds? 30 seconds and she's got him coming outside?
Well, next time
30 seconds and she picked somebody up at a bar. Where'd she learn to do that? I guess if you want to do a flashback.
Do you want to do a background flashback just to get into Isabel's origins?
Yeah, in a
we
lot of
can
the
do
other
that.
games, it was
Do
always
it.
choppy to hear you, so that I could have like a.
You'll never have a better time for a flashback.
But yeah, so the flashback would kind of be like Isabel at like her first job at 16, waiting tables in Vegas somewhere, and then, you know, another flashback, fancier bar, better tips, lower cut neckline, just a series of waitressing jobs like that.
Gotcha. All right, I will give you a D6. I will add a D6 asset for the crew to use on. Because of that, the D6 asset will be for you guys to beat the Retriever to the thing because you've coordinated timing and whatnot.
Okay.
He has a D10 in that. If I can get from Burke
Mm-hmm.
a hitter vitality roll.
Sure. not strength?
Strength is a thing. Yes, I'm sorry. I thought they were the same thing.
Nope. Okay. So that will be 2d10.
And you also have a D8. You also have a D6 you could roll as well from
I am going to
Isabel's
roll.
team.
Oh, okay. Great. Because I did not want to waste my other.
But you still generated a
I did
complication.
generate a complication.
So you take a plot point.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Let's see.
So he comes through the door, and I just punch him square in the face.
Here's what happens. The retriever has failed to raise the stakes. So you won. You have generated complication. You took that thing. Yes. So what's happening is like the retriever is like not looking, and as you guys know he's coming out, you're
just doing like his monologue in front of it, like his hype up.
Yeah, he's doing
in there.
We're going in there.
Oh yeah, brother.
This bad man, Stevie McMeans, has dodged out on justice, and he is going down tonight, and he doesn't know it yet, but he's about to be retrieved. At which point we see Burke just like football fly into the dome in the background of the shot. The shot is squarely on the retriever, but like in the background, it's just like, bam.
All right. And then I stand up, and I realize that the camera's still on me, and I go, "My name's Liberty, and you just got your bell rung."
Yeah.
That's good.
Not bad.
All right. And he comes over and he's like, "Hey, what the hell? What are you doing here? What is this? I'm the only one on this contract."
You sure about that?
What do you mean?
I mean, obviously you're not.
Sammy, his wife comes up. She's like, "Yes." He's like, "They sit there. They got him because you've got him handcuffed, I believe, and let's say you're picking him up right now." And so he's like, "This was our grab to make. You're poaching our territory?"
I just twist Stevie's arm up a little bit more. I go, "Yeah, grabbed him."
And
I go into the earphone. You can't poach justice. You can't poach justice.
You can't post justice.
No, okay. We'll work on it. Good enough. Shit.
Put in post this time.
you say that to, you actually say that to Burke, and he's like, "Well," and then he looks up and sees the camera, and he's like, "Sammy, they got a camera too." And she's like, "Mm-hmm. What are you doing here?"
Does it look like we're doing?
"It looks like you're poaching our contracts. Did CJ give you this one?" "No, he did not." "Let me answer that for you. No, he did not."
Oh, honey.
We kind of got a thing going on here, so if you could just, like, hand us the gentleman, we will call it a day.
So you want to take credit for the work that Liberty here has done?
That job is mine. I mean, ours?
Well, looks like you didn't do a very good job, did you?
She's steamed. And
Pissing her off. Good.
all right, so
And just for an accent, I twist Stevie's arm up a little bit higher just so he yelps.
yeah, all right.
Audience is gonna love it.
As you guys start walking away, she grabs onto Isabel's arm and is like, "Hey, what's your name?"
What do you need to know?
"What are you doing here?"
Serving justice. Serving justice.
Serving justice.
Not with that watch. Not with those shoes.
She sells it way better than Burke did.
Yeah. So basically, this woman thinks that you're basically in the same position that she's trying to be in. but apparently much fancier than her.
Yeah, better at it. We're better at it.
And so she's a little confrontational with you. How do you want to handle that? You don't know if you could maybe sell her or maybe blow her off. Might drive her insane. You don't know what. Give me something. I can't think of.
I mean, Isabel's going to try to blow her off and just kind of keep getting her steamed, because the more steamed they are, the more likely they are to fuck it up.
Yep. That's right. Okay, so it's easy enough for you to walk away without any problems.
Yeah. Like, as she's walking away, she's gonna pat her hand and she'll be like, "Oh, honey, just take notes," and walk away.
Oh, okay.
I catch that on camera.
As she walks away before we leave, I just hand them a business card.
Yeah.
What's it say on the business card?
Oh.
Does it have a bell? It needs to have a bell on it. Liberty, you just got your bell rung.
You've printed these up in like your Game Boy printer.
Yeah, it's very easy in this day.
You've got the van. It's cool.
Yeah, it's
What's
probably,
the name on the card?
Well, Liberty would what now?
Well,
Yeah,
Liberty would be.
Oh no, it would be a production company. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Liberty Bell Productions, I think.
Well, what would the executive's name be? Ooh, I've got one if you need.
Yeah.
Cherie Monette. Does that strike you good? Cherie? No? Okay.
It's gonna be Isabel, right? Because Isabel is basically gonna be the producer.
Yes.
I mean,
All right, so up to you what you want your name to be. I'm just camera.
Cherie works.
So yeah, Cherie Monette with Liberty Productions.
This is a ridiculous con. This is such a silly con.
Again, if you watch enough Leverage, this is actually only like a 2 out of 10.
Of the 3 episodes I've watched, I was like,
they faked an alien abduction at one point.
The world has to be real. You guys can be insane. So just remember.
I like it. I like it. All right. So you hand him our business card?
Yep.
So what do you guys actually do with Stevie? Do you bring him to the jail?
Oh, we might as well get a little money out of it.
Yeah, you guys
don't actually like
for this because
he's a criminal.
Oh wait, I'm not technically a bail bondsman.
We could get fake. Are you kidding me? Right? We could get like fake things that'll pass as real. We could probably pretend to be.
Here's the thing, though. The bail bondsman would be specifically, in this case, C.J. Smith's. And bail bondsmen often hire bounty hunters as contractors. So you could sell this to C.J. Smith's as, hey. As an audition, you could sell it to him like, hey, look how good we are. We're so much better than that guy you have. Or you could...
We have some fantastic footage.
Or you could sell it to him as, we were in this area, we needed a quick hit, and we got the footage we needed. Here's that guy you need.
That will, if we try to start getting in good with CJ, though, that will start endangering our plan to get CJ mad at the judge.
But you could get CJ mad by basically, well, I don't know if it'd get him mad, but just dropping off this guy on his doorstep and telling him you're welcome.
We could get CJ turned off of the retriever and turned on to us.
Well, what I mean is, can we legally, if we pretend that we're bounty hunters, like we could have legally.
We can fake paperwork.
Yeah. What do you mean paperwork?
Huh?
Do you know what it takes to get bounty hunting?
Am I overthinking bounty hunting?
In most states, it requires nothing.
So I thought what you were saying.
Then we could do whatever the bare minimum of what it is in Missouri.
It basically means you have a vest that says bounty hunter.
Yeah.
So I misunderstood what you said. I thought you meant that when you said he contracts them out, that means no one else is allowed. We're totally allowed.
Yeah, like he gave that contract to the retriever to fulfill.
But if we heard about the contract and we did it first, there's nothing He can't be like, "You're going to jail now" or something.
I believe it is the.
All right, yeah. Hell yeah, let's drop him off.
Landmark court ruling of finders v. keepers.
I say we literally drive our van up, take him out, put him down on the front stoop with our card like hooked to him, and it says "You're welcome" smiley face on the back, and we just leave. So he's like, "What the?" Like he doesn't even really get to see us.
I'm going to ask us to do one better and make some production T-shirts and put the T-shirt on top of him, on top of his stupid flannel shirt.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Terrible on camera.
And it's going to be like lime green.
Actually, the T-shirt would have to look good on camera, so it'll be like a nice yellow.
Yeah.
But on top of what he's wearing, he already looked bad.
That's perfect.
Yeah. All right, so you drop him off. It's
There's a screen printer in the van.
There it is, actually. You guys never know when you'll need some windbreaker that says FBI on it.
Somebody put in the chat literally what it takes to be a bounty hunter to obtain a bounty hunting license in Missouri. USB 21, never convicted of a felony, a resident of the state with a GED or higher.
That's a lot, actually.
And able to obtain a surety bond of at least $1 million. Licensure also requires 24 hours of training. So we could figure all of that.
Most of that's pretty simple, though, compared if you think about what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a lot of states require literally nothing. There are a lot of bounty hunters with, like, tons of felony convictions. It's a pretty rough industry.
Why don't we just scrap this whole thing and just become bounty hunters?
Just be bounty hunters?
Not great.
Sorry, Kevin. We're all gonna.
I could start jogging.
We're done. We're done with your leverage game. We're all gonna be bounty hunters now. We're gonna take your leverage.
What a twist!
We're gonna play cops.
Hang on.
Not even cops, just bounty hunters.
You know, a lot of it is just sitting waiting for a guy to show up, right?
Yeah.
And then
Or it could be totally like Cowboy Bebop, and it's gonna be awesome.
Constantly making meals that don't actually have steak in them.
Oh, Tennessee apparently requires, like, basic training and clearance. You need to have your fingerprints run by the FBI, and there's an association. But yeah, like, Georgia, I think, has nothing.
I'm still not hearing a no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got down a rabbit hole in my brain.
That's fine. We are pretending to be bounty hunters. We drop them off. We make
Sorry.
We make the bounty hunters. That's it.
Maybe a stupid hat. Like we go full on with the merch here.
Yeah.
And we throw him down. So
I feel that this is definitely a rainbow idea.
Then and that is a real threat to him because he's gonna get obviously
good branding.
if Retriever gets a TV deal, this guy's in with it too, obviously. So this is like, oh shit, who are these people? This is gonna be a real threat to him.
Yes,
that's a good idea. And then we'll go behind his back and start helping out the judge in a different way.
Okay. So you guys will cut to a scene of it'll go to a commercial break and then we'll come back. And it'll be C.J. Smits sitting in his chair just...
What was the commercial, though?
It was a commercial for local products and goods that spread this channel, just like Devon Rue Maps, which are fantastic, and Tabletop Loot, a wonderful place to get websites, or dice, and other...
Think about buying those items.
So many games. I don't remember his website. Yeah.
So Nerdware.
So Nerdware, another great place to get nerdware.
Yeah. Rainbow is the only one watching these commercials. He's bad. Looks really good.
Yeah, then there's a commercial for Nightmare Stallion. And a brand new type of Nightmare Stallion now available in chapstick form. That's a long running joke. It's okay.
No, I like it.
I need these jokes to start getting deeper and deeper in.
Oh, sorry.
I still can't believe we haven't tried to scam Bert from Burt's Bees yet. I just feel like that's...
Guys, I've got to save something for the finale. So,
anyhow,
the TV show of Leverage that we're currently in comes back from commercial, and it is a scene with CJ looking up at the retriever, just talking like the retriever's like, "What the hell was that?" And his wife, Sammy,
Hagar,
is like, she's like, "You gave us this contract. You do not give our contracts to other people. We have agreements here. We had a deal. You are to give us the easy ones. We are going to make this show, which will get us all rich. Now, if you don't want to be rich, we can talk. And we can leave. And we'll go be rich with someone else, thank you." And Caesar's just like, whatever. You didn't bring them in. I don't care. I'm not paying you then. But I got him. We put him back. That's your problem. Someone else moves in on you? What are you gonna do about it? All right. What are you guys doing next?
all right. We got to get to this judge. So we can approach. What?
It's Judge. Let's see. Dennis High Church. He is in a. Let's see. Is there
you go.
A racquetball club?
Yeah.
What would be a?
Yeah.
Yeah, a racquetball club. Sure. Yeah, sure.
All right.
In Missouri, you know.
It's as good as anything else.
All right.
Missouri's known for its racquetball clubs.
The racquetball capital of
Now,
southeastern U.S.
now here's my question: are we going?
Yeah, there's Missouri racquetball tournaments. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going there under the guise that we are still this show, and we are going to try to sell him on the publicity aspect that he could be a part of this?
I think that's a good idea because the publicity leads to the re-election.
Yep, we bring him in, he puts him away.
Best to maintain our covers as well.
Also, yeah, let's just stick to the one con.
All right.
Where's the fun in that?
Well then,
To be honest,
It's easier to keep track of that.
you guys might know a little better than the actual players. Eli having been through the prison process, the judge would be the one to issue bail, and then the prosecutor would be consulted, and then bail would be issued, and then they would go to the bail bondsman. Trying to get the judge into the TV show somehow seems... It's not gelling for me mentally because I can't think, like, on episodes of, you know, certain shows where they had people pursuing fugitives, you never see, it doesn't turn into Law and Order, if you know what I mean. Like, there's no reason a judge would be in that show, and the judge has nothing to gain from it, really, except for a little publicity, but probably a big risk there, too. So... If you want to run at him with this angle, I'm thinking that would be difficult, but not impossible. But if you could find a better angle to run at him with...
We could just pitch him that we're a production company, not necessarily the whole bounty hunter thing.
so
I don't know.
I'm just say if we're going to be doing business in this area, that we would be willing to perhaps fund local elections and such for the sake of...
as the TV crew,
Well, you could turn him into the next Judge Sherrod Brown or whatever it is.
yeah.
Jubilee.
Judge Jubilee.
Yeah, so...
So we have one show that is the whole bounty hunter thing, and another show that is this.
We've got a spin-off property that we're thinking of playing around with.
who's gonna sell it to him?
I
Me.
would like.
No, I'm kidding.
I think Eli and Isabel.
I believe this is what you are here for, yes.
All right, so we'll cut to a scene in the judge's office. And he's like, "So what can I do for you there, little lady?"
I am smoking. I've been smoking for the past 5 minutes in his office.
Please put that out. I know it's the local ordinances.
It's fine. It's fine. I get it. It's fine.
It is
actually, he
literally
puts out
everywhere we go.
He opens up one of his drawers and pulls out an ashtray and puts it next to you. There is still like a cigar butt in there.
Man after my own heart. Do I recognize the brand of cigar?
It is a nice cigar. It's not too expensive. I know nothing about cigars.
That's fine.
So, it's not... I know Cubans are still technically illegal.
It's Honduran.
Yeah, it's Honduran.
Not bad, not bad. Man's got fine taste. I roll these ones myself.
That's a heck of a skill that people are mostly lost these days, I think.
I like to keep some traditions. Some things are still important in this country, like doing things your damn self.
I hear you.
This is perfect. So,
yeah. What you said? My secretary said you had something you wanted to talk to me about, and I looked, and you don't have any legal cases up on my dockets.
No, not legal cases at all. Really, this is a bit of a particularly different matter. We're here to propose something to you. A little unorthodox, but I think it could help you greatly. Isabel? Actually, what do you want your fake name to be?
Cherie.
Oh, right. We're sticking it. Cherie?
Sticking to the one con.
Right.
Well, we run a hopeful TV show that follows a bounty hunter around, but we want to get kind of the other side of it, like, the judicial side. Do kind of a spin-off, telling the story of these judges that have to, put down, hand down these bails and these judgments, and it's so tough, and the public just doesn't know anything about it.
They certainly don't.
No, they do not.
Yeah.
And
okay. So
we want to cut it there?
No, I'm saying give me a roll.
Okay.
He is not.
Give up in the middle of this conversation.
All right. So
yeah, once rolls start, we're dead. That's it.
So you're going to try to appeal to his intellect or his wallet? What's the appeal? The appeal is to his ego?
Yes. To his
okay.
ego.
So we're going to go with willpower on this one too.
Okay.
His ego is not small. There's pictures of him with like George W. Bush and George H.W. Bush and like senators in his office.
I'm looking at those pictures nodding. Like, yep. That's good.
Yeah, judges' offices often have like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Who's rolling? Me or her?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. This would be Isabel's making the full pitch here. So give me a willpower grifter.
All right.
Okay, so you beat it by 4, which isn't enough to get a smashing success or whatever the book calls it. So he's like, I'm interested in what you're saying. Tell me a little more about how this would work, ma'am. Or he calls you miss. Tell me a little more, miss, about how this would work. Okay, and you've got him on your side, so if you don't want to have to bullshit this, we can just cut to the next scene, or you can come up with something. It's up to you.
Let's cut to the next scene, because that
Gotcha.
All the shit out of it.
Yeah, we can always.
There's a PowerPoint. There's slides.
Let me check out my 3-ring thick binder.
No, she's gonna pull out a tablet and start like.
Yeah.
Nobody uses binders anymore. What is happening? I don't like this world.
While that's happening, what are Rainbow and Burke doing at that same time?
Idea. The little shop with the 3 machines in it. Is it like one of them little tiny strip mall type areas?
Yes. There are half the stores in the strip mall are no longer there.
Awesome. I want to steal one next to it and put our company. Well, not steal. Rent one and put our Liberty Bell bonds in there.
That's good.
It would be so cheap to get the. Actually, we need a roll for this.
We have from the last.
I need a hacker roll. Let's see. What should the attribute be? Intelligence hacker. I know it's always the same 2 attributes, but and this would be that'll do. Ooh, this will be a hard one too.
Oh damn!
There's things happening here you're not aware of.
All right. Does my clear the registry count?
No, not for this.
Okay. Alright, can I use my hyper-focused for D8?
Absolutely.
I'm zeroed in on this?
Yep.
Let's see.
And people who don't know the system, you can generate plot points, which you can then later use for things, and you can use your distinctions as a negative working against you and get a D4 added to your roll instead of a D8, but it gives you a plot point for free. Which is always an option. I don't think you guys have taken it yet. Maybe once.
I've used it a couple of times when it's getting that close to the end and I desperately need more plot points.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Jesus. All right. So you killed it. You rolled a 19.
Where the hell did that come from?
I rolled a 10, a 9, and a 5.
Turns out he's real good at this. So you find out that the company that owns the strip mall is a shell company that you somehow contact, and you act like you already have the lease going. So this won't cost you anything. Yeah, this won't cost you guys anything. You get in there very easily, like the next day you can have, or the same day you can have it. A guy comes by with keys in like 20 minutes. Because basically you're like, oh, this deal that's in your computer system should already have come through. Property manager. You convince the property manager that the deal went through and he missed something. So the property manager hustles down there and is like, I'm so sorry. Here's your keys. And he gives you the keys to the place.
Yeah, when we get there, there's already desks and stuff waiting there for us. We just gotta arrange them.
Yeah. They've got it all set up for you. All right. So what do you guys want to do next?
That's legit.
Alright, so we wanted, I'm assuming, because we wanted to learn more about CJ Smits and him apparently laundering money too. That's why I thought having an office next to where he's laundering money might be a good idea.
Keep an eye on who's coming in and out of like, are deliveries of the money coming in? Are they actually coming in here? Is it all done digitally? You know what I mean? Like online.
Normally it is all done digitally, but in this case it is not.
Nice.
There is you see that there is some digital money laundering through here, but it does appear that this place is making bigger deposits than you would expect. Of mostly 1s and 5s. 5s and 20s. 1s, 5s, and 20s. So give me an awareness hacker roll. See if you can figure it out, or some other kind of thief.
I can use my mastermind.
Yes.
With my body language distinction.
All right, I'll let it.
So that would be, and to try to like
figure out the guy with the money.
Who these guys are with their money.
And that would be awareness.
Okay, so that'll be an 8. You mean alertness?
Yes, I mean alertness. God. 7, 6 is 13.
Right, so that's 13.
All right, are you going to add your body language distinction to it for an extra D6?
That was a 6. So
okay, so 13. You notice that the guy coming in with a satchel that hands it to the woman working at the counter is about like 6'2", completely bald, tattoos on the back of his head and his neck, in a tracksuit. And he just puts the money down, like, looks over at the woman, and walks out. You notice that he is armed. He is carrying a pistol in the back of his tracksuit.
Rush him up?
You, judging from the tattoos, you with your military training would definitely know this is a Russian mob.
Ooh.
I look over to Rainbow and rush him up.
This has got a little bit more complicated.
What a twist!
What a twist!
I texted to Isabel because I'm pretty sure Eli doesn't know how to text.
Rush him up!
Okay. Eli don't text.
He does. It's just
you do. You're just the last one to get the text.
Also, it's always spelled wrong. It's spelled terribly.
1 gets you C.
Yep.
1 gets you the A. Yeah.
Oh, T9.
Yep.
So you guys have that information available to you now.
Okay.
This is fine.
It's fine. Yeah, it's not a problem.
It's great.
The judge took no, never mind. Too ridiculous. Okay. So what do you guys? What's your next move? What's your next scene?
All right. So we've got the ball rolling. We should.
Is in the office.
If we want to piss them off anymore, I assume if they're helping the Russian mob, then they're not going after any of the Russian mobsters who have skipped bail. They can probably pay for the bail totally, though, can't they? They're probably none. Are there any Russian, like people who are Russian mafia who are currently wanted?
No.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Figured. Okay. All right. So if we can't do that, then we could always still crank the heat on more on the retriever. Make him pissed. Like do it again. Get him all pissed off. I'm not exactly sure what to do with this Russian mafia angle. I don't know. We can set it up somehow. Set them up. Is there any way that we could bug their
laundromat?
Yeah, bug the laundromat.
Go in there and do clothes and leave a bug on the.
Once you mentioned,
just leave a bug constantly going in the dryer.
I don't know if you'd want to put it in the dryer.
It gets no reception.
I can't hear shit.
Ka-chunk.
It overheated. It overheated. Okay.
It exploded.
Whose idea was that? Burke was told to plant the bug. He's like, what? I put it in the dryer closest to the counter. Or
put it right where it needed to be. Okay.
So yeah, you guys. But now that Rainbow knows that the strip mall has Russian mob ties, the shell company makes a lot more sense. That owns the strip mall. There's always a vape shop in the strip mall as well, and a psychic. So, just for color.
I want to go to the psychic.
Okay.
No, I'm serious. I want to go to the psychic. I want to make sure that they don't know that I'm going to the psychic. I want to do my best. They're all super humans at criminals, but I want to try to make my way over there when they don't know. Like I
imagine it's like 2 doors down.
Yeah, I give them all some stupid job, like make sure that you bug the laundromat, make sure that you go make more T-shirts for our company, and make sure that you do something else. Rainbow, do something on a computer, and I'm gonna walk over, and I'm gonna be like, I got stuff to do, and I'm gonna go over to the psychic.
Okay. You go over to the psychic. There's a palm on the door with an eyeball in it, and it says, "We've been expecting you."
Holy shit!
Still smoking. Always smoking.
As you open up the door, you don't hear a bell or anything. Actually, give me a mastermind alertness, awareness.
Okay.
Alertness. Mastermind alertness.
Yep, that's 2d10. What did I get? 7. I created a complication.
You created a complication, and I've given you an opportunity,
I
but
get a plot point.
you still win. So as you walk in,
okay.
As you walk in, you notice there is no bell, but there is a little optical sensor that rings an alarm in the back. And very suddenly, a curtain flies open and goes, "Welcome. Please, tell Madam Ava what you are here for."
Thank you kindly. And I want to, is there like a little chair and like a little table set up? Like that old... Okay, I'd like to pull the chair out and...
There is nothing on the table at the moment, but a very nice, I can't think of the name of the material. It's shiny, but it's not obnoxiously. It's not velour. It's...
Velvet.
I have it in my mind. I can't think of it. It's just a very nice tablecloth.
Satin?
Yeah, it's kind of like a satin, yes.
Silk?
We'll stick with satin.
Okay.
And Madam
We've
Ava's
named all the fabrics.
yes, I've been
Leather?
gingham. No.
So what does she say?
Yes, we've been expecting you. Welcome. I canceled an appointment so that you could be here today.
That's interesting. So you must know my name.
Oh, the spirits don't show me everything. They showed me your soul before they showed me you.
And what did you see?
I saw someone with a past of trouble and someone who doesn't play by all the rules. Someone who plays fast and loose.
Wow.
Who needs to know what lies in store for them.
I don't really care much what lies in store for me. I'm more interested in what lies in store for other people, specific people.
What is your name?
My name?
You should all have a random name generator.
No. My name is Eli.
Oh no.
Ooh, Eli, yes.
Eli Wells. And I am searching my soul in the universe for a very particular man. And I would like to, I don't know if I roll for this, but I would like to use my did time to try to...
How about we just cut the scene there for now?
Okay, no problem.
And come back to it later?
Is this a backstory kind of scene, or?
No, I was going to try to do something, but we could do it later, yeah.
Okay.
I think that would be a better ace in the hole for...
So yeah, just lots of smoke and me just...
Yes, and Madame Eva pulls out a crystal ball, yes.
Oh.
So, after that, what is... you know what? It's about 8... It's just about 9:30.
9:30, yeah.
Eastern time, so we're going to take our break. We're going to get up, get a glass of water, walk around a little, stretch yourselves out.
It is time to pee.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Hello, we are back.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Leverage. We're going to get rolling again. Where we last ended, Eli was at the fortune teller.
Yes. But we cut right there, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I think we're going to cut to something else, though. I think we're going to cut to the next day, Eli in a steam room. All alone. With a gentleman
Is the steam room in the same strip mall or no?
No, it's in a different place.
I am smoking.
You are smoking in a steam room.
You're goddamn right I am. Nothing but a towel or on me. Smoking. Just
there are about 4 other guys in there. One big guy with dark hair, slicked back, covered in tattoos.
I have several.
Is this a Russian steam room?
It is a Russian steam room.
The type you might see in, say, Eastern Promises or something?
Yes. So,
I have
the dampest cigarette of all time.
It works. I've got a bunch of scars on my body, bullet wound scars, and one what looks like a knife scar, and a couple of tattoos, just random, like things that you wouldn't expect on this old man, but just like on him. Not Russian tattoos.
Okay, that was going to be my follow-up question. So
No, not Russian.
Cat right here.
We are not green arrowing this.
aren't we, though?
Well,
Not yet.
I've never seen Green Arrow.
Eh,
It looked bad.
it wasn't the worst.
it has its charms.
There are parts of it that are a blast.
Okay.
Specifically the first 2 seasons.
Gotcha. Yes. So this is says so, Eli. You never wanted to take me up on my offers in prison. I could have helped you have an easier time. You always take the hard way. What can we do for you here?
Well, you see, now I wouldn't bother you at all, Dimitri. You know that. But I figure after what happened in prison, well, I'd like to call that chip in now. I'd like to call in that favor.
This is a very big favor you are calling in, you know.
I know. If it helps you at all, I'm doing it to be a good citizen.
And I believe you.
All right, Mitch, I don't lie.
That is the most confusing thing about you. You don't. All right, and I think that's where we'll cut it. Because I had some options for how that might go, and you hit on a better one. So, there you go. Paying favor.
Eli knows motherfuckers.
All right, so after that, you guys have CJ and you've got Sammy riled up. The Retriever's wife, Sammy, riled up. The Retriever's riled up. The judge is on the hook for is interested in this reality show. Oh, and you guys did find that the judge does have some irregularities in his campaign financing, let's say. So he's not the most honest guy. He has apparently been getting some kickbacks, which you can prove. Because I just realized we didn't establish firmly that he was also one of the bad guys.
Yeah, I guess we didn't.
Yeah, we just kind of glossed over that because everyone was like, "Oh, the judge is involved in it." I was like, "Yes."
I just assume, yeah, they are all.
They're bad. They're bad. If a judge shows up in a show like this, he's not.
He's never a good judge.
He's not a good. No, he's a bad.
At best, he's an Elmore Leonard judge who's eccentric, but.
I didn't describe him eccentrically enough. He didn't have fun, like...
This one's just an asshole.
Yeah.
An asshole!
So now, we got the judge on the hook. Now we need CJ and them to know he's talking to us, or at least talking to our producer.
So
we need to make sure that CJ knows that we are talking to the judge, trying to kind of move in on his territory. I mean, we've already set up shop. You're right. That was a good call. So we are essentially going to replace him. Right? We need him to know.
Yeah. Actually, if we're having this conversation back at the office, before we do, there's like if there's a back like room or at least like a door, Rainbow comes out of that door, but make sure to keep it closed.
Gotcha.
That's probably good to make sure some person walking by isn't like, what? Russian mob? What? Judge?
No, I know what he means.
All right, and Burke just looks at him and goes, secret room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It says it's restrooms out of order was the door that Rainbow just came through.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you meant you closed the front door. You just closed
Yeah, I came out of the back room door that it says restrooms out of order.
And you closed it behind you?
Yeah, I closed it behind me.
Are you ready? We're going over the plan. Alright. So, if we want to piss off CJ Smith and get him skittish, we should think this judge not only is talking to us, but is ready to kick him to the curb. Any ideas?
Good.
I got an idea. What if Yizba were to take the judge to dinner? Maybe we send you won 3 reservations to the other people, so they're at the restaurant.
I'll say it should be easy enough to pick a restaurant and predict where they will be.
Going to hack their open table.
Yeah. Yeah, you gave them a discount code, which was enough to make the wife pounce on dinner at a fancy restaurant half off.
That works.
You gave her a Groupon. Or other Groupon-related app. We are not sponsored by them.
The Floupon.
Floupon, yes. Just floop on down to dinner. Okay.
I don't even know why that's funny.
Because it's a fun word to say.
It's not, whatever it sounds like soggy. Floupon. Sounds like it's gonna fall apart.
It just flops on me.
Yeah, it
Sounds like a bad souffle.
Please
oh, it's Floupon.
Alright, so to get the scene,
it's everywhere.
if I can get Rainbow to give me a mastermind alertness. Because this is your plan, we're going to go with your mastermind on this.
Okay. That's probably good. Let's see, what do I got here?
Probably good.
How high up on your skills?
Well, it's a 6. It's not a 4. That's the good news.
Yeah, Rainbow's not horrible at this. Yeah, this will all be happening while Eli's at the baths. Alright, you generated a complication and there's a 6. So you did not successfully pull this off. Your timing of it was poor. Basically, the judge is running behind and comes to dinner, doesn't get to dinner until the retriever and his wife are already at the fancy restaurant, already sitting and eating. At which point, you are sat at a table directly next to them, and the judge has not appeared yet. They are looking over at you with daggers and speaking quietly while eating.
This scene is also still pretty great, though, because you showed up where they are.
They are eating the wellest done of steaks with ketchup.
Oh.
I know it hurts. Yeah.
What have you done?
Don't stare daggers at them. Stare daggers at their food.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like.
I think we can judge the whole works.
She's just gonna notice the well doneness and just kind of.
And the retriever's like, can I get another one of these? Pointing at the steak. He's like, I need the protein.
Rainbow, do we have eyes on the judge?
Give me a hacker roll.
Is there any way that we can know where he is right now?
I mean, I can try to hack his GPS.
Every time you need to roll for hacker stuff, the fact that you're clicking on a keyboard and looking to the side just makes it even better.
That's
it
better.
just
Perfect.
I like when I do something I'm actually good at, and that's when I'm successful.
That would be an intelligence. So, 12. You nailed this. He is coming off a weird route, but he is headed to
Looks like he took a detour. He's on his way.
Alright, so he shows up to dinner. I'm so sorry to have kept you waiting, Miss Cherie. You're mute. I think you're muted, or you just hadn't started speaking and your mic didn't start picking you up yet.
Is that better?
Yes, it is.
There we go. Well, it's all right. No, I understand. Things happen. Things come up.
Well, yeah, I just, sometimes you just gotta take a little personal time for yourself.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been in the blah, 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 dinner? What business do you want to discuss out loud in front of them?
Discussing times to set up filming a test teaser pilot thing.
Like a screen test might not be the right word for that.
Sizzle reel.
Sizzle reel.
There you go.
Yes, so that you could then pitch it to networks.
Yeah.
And they definitely overhear you. Yeah.
Keeping the info as vague as possible so that their minds wander onto what.
Or
blah blah production Hollywood reporter blah blah blah.
blah 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 network blah 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 national country TV blah blah blah. Like it's a Sims conversation. All right. I'm trying to think because you've accomplished everything in your goals. So.
Can you, after dinner, she was able to accomplish that? Yes. Was able to get, okay. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I probably should make you roll for that, just in case you generates complications.
Sorry.
So go ahead for an intelligence, an awareness grifter, alertness grifter. Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you've totaled 10, which is higher than the 6 I rolled. So congratulations, but you haven't generated any complications, which are my favorite thing. So. Oh, well.
Sorry to disappoint you, Gab.
Yeah, you've got them. They now know and are probably going to go talk to CJ about. Yes, sorry. Probably going to talk to CJ about the Judge's TV show. But you were saying, Eli.
You can get him alone. Or at least a little bit further away from prying ears. Actually, away from prying ears.
Get who alone?
The judge.
Oh, okay.
If you get the judge away from prying ears, maybe we can drop a line on, being as we are in the business of telecommunications and information, perhaps we have found information on a possible election opponent, and that we can sell him some dirt.
You're probably going to have to refine that slightly, but I think you could sell that.
That's why I'm giving it to you, Vidal. Can you make this a good thing?
You mean to say that the illegal campaign finance transactions that we have found out, you want Isabel to pitch to his opponent in the election.
No. What I mean is, he's got this election coming up, right?
Correct.
Say that we have dirt on the opponent to give to him in exchange for money. We'll make a trade. You know what I mean? We don't have it, but we have the man who has it, and he is willing to trade. We are basically an intermediary between the man who wants to trade this and him. And if he's willing, we can do this for him.
Here's the thing, though. Would it be better if Rainbow did this approach? Because the judge hasn't seen Rainbow yet.
That's okay. Yeah.
Or even Burke.
Burke can sell it. Burke.
Can Burke?
Burke can sell it more.
It's your call. You're the mastermind.
Burke, what's your grifter at?
That is my lowest one, I believe. No, hacker is obviously my lowest one. Grifter is my other lowest one. It is a 4.
Rainbow, what's your grifter at?
My grifter is also a 4.
All right, so maybe you just...
What I think we should do is give it to Burke. Burke, how well can you impersonate a Russian?
Oh, that's a good flashback setup.
Yes.
Flashback. Russia. Mid-2000s?
Question mark?
Okay.
It's all in Cyrillic, so...
It's in Cyrillic, and then it flips to English.
Yeah. Just Burke in the biggest leather jacket you've ever seen. Yeah,
Subtitles. just speak the subtitles.
Yeah, and
are exactly
another tracksuit vampire.
Yeah, another tracksuit Dracula shows up.
Comes out, and we exchange packages.
Bro.
And we just bro. Yeah, bro. All right, bro. And I just go, yeah. And then we walk our separate ways into the foggy night.
Here's the thing. I want to roll from you on your grifter.
On my bro?
On your bro. Bro. Roll bro plus bro.
Bro.
Right. What do you want? Grifter plus?
Willpower.
Okay, so that's a 4 and an 8.
All right, so you got a 6. I did generate an opportunity for you. If you got anything that triggers off opportunities.
Yes.
I know you've got something. I just don't remember what it is.
It's the gun one.
Okay, yeah. Well, no guns in play in the scene yet, but there could be one. So basically, you do this. He goes. You both turn to walk away, and he looks and goes, "Bro," and basically you. Yeah, because this didn't go well for you. And so like he pulls out a gun and you like throw the gun away and run off into the night. All right.
Flashback ends. I go, I can do okay.
All right, I won't trust you. Then,
are we just cutting to me in a tracksuit now?
Yeah, we can cut
my hair just slicked back.
Out by the judge's car, yeah.
A fake, like, hand tattoo.
Yeah, Rainbow is sitting there in the van with you, drawing on.
No, I didn't draw. I printed something off.
Tattooist.
He did like the kid tattoos that we used to get.
I printed them off and.
Rub off tattoos. Use some rub off tattoos. That's perfect.
All right.
So you're saying don't get it wet.
Yeah, don't get it wet.
Spray some hairspray on it. It'll keep it in place.
That's awesome.
All right. So give me a grifter. Willpower. Grifter willpower for the judge as he comes back to his car. He is not drunk. And I have rolled a 9, setting the stakes at 9. You have to beat it somehow.
I don't know how, but let's see.
What are your distinctions? Can you use it?
Hey!
Oh, that works.
You could use one of your distinctions, but you've already won, so why would you risk rolling more complications?
Uh-oh.
Just to get fancy, I could throw in body language. And see, like, is he intimidated by me in my tracksuit?
He's a little startled by you. So if you don't know what a tracksuit Dracula is, there was an excellent comic called Hawkeye. The Matt Fraction run of Hawkeye is where tracksuit Draculas come from, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
So I'm walking up to the judge and go, bro.
Excuse me? You're by my car.
Yes, I know. You running for a judge, yes?
Oh yes. Yes, pleasure to meet you. Absolute pleasure to meet you, Dennis Highchurch.
Yes, you cool bro. All right, cool.
Yes.
So, I got word.
Can I get to my car?
Yeah, you hold up, bro. I got word. You gonna need leg up. Is that right? Yeah, you're gonna need leg up in election, right?
I mean, I think the good people...
You wouldn't turn it down, and I
the
just
good people will
gently press him against the car. No, you don't turn this down, all right? Yes.
Yes.
Easy.
Yes, he's cool, bro. Cool.
Can you get your hand out of my face, man?
Bird, you want him to want to take the bait. You don't want to shove it down his throat.
Oh, he's gonna take this bait.
Don't talk out loud to me. Don't look in your ear. He's gonna think you're crazy.
So after I've intimidated, then I wrap my arm around him. Now we're buddies.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, we're buddies now. All right. And do I just give him the?
No.
Hold up. Is this fake information, or do we actually have anything?
Yeah. So I mean, we could probably.
You don't know what Eli's been up to.
Why don't we do like a flashback where Eli pulled some shit and gave me an envelope full of unexpectedly explosive information?
With the promise of more to meet later?
Yeah, I give you, basically like things that could really help, and it's like, this is nothing. You tell him that this is nothing compared to what he's gonna get.
This is tip of iceberg, bro.
It's a picture. It's a picture of his opponent at a motel. Clearly implying more.
Yes.
Really?
You and me. Do business.
Yeah, sure thing, bro.
Now you give him a slip of paper that has a room number on it, a time, and a day.
Okay, yeah, you meet me here. We do more business. It'd be good.
I'd certainly be interested.
All right, yes, good.
Now you give him a number. You just don't say. You just say.
You've looked at his financials.
Is he loaded?
He's less loaded than it appears he would like to be. He spent quite a bit on a minor league sports team that failed.
Okay, good. Would 12,000 be well out of his wheelhouse, or 30,000 even?
30,000 would be. He'd have to move some things around. 12,000 he could comfortably gather in like 2 days or a day.
Make it 14,000. Just say 14 and look at it.
Bro. 14?
I didn't say to wink. I did not tell you to wink. At no point did I say the words wink at him. Stop. What is that noise?
It says room 36.
I don't think he's getting it.
You do not need to turn to talk into the mic.
Say
I don't want him to see my mouth move.
So he's not as hip to this as I thought he was.
He's looking at the picture.
Say
All right.
14,000.
14,000.
Oh!
All right.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh.
We
Ow.
need a new room, and there is 14,000. And
Okay.
you
cut
got
it.
this, bro. You got it.
Obviously, I would never pay for such a thing, but thank you.
Who said pay? Nobody say pay.
I appreciate it, and I will take that
We
meeting.
meet in room, and we party. Disco, yeah.
80s European bad guy? What is it? With disco, hey.
Like
Like
we need
the
to
guy
put
from
Bert
Hey
in
Arnold.
more grifter moments. This is great.
I said I was good. I didn't say I was great.
Okay, I think I can look at you again. All right.
We are getting acting lessons. Isabel, you're going to give him some acting lessons.
I don't think I can help that.
Hey,
Okay.
Hey.
Okay, so we'll cut that scene there because I'm just gonna put the pressure on you all night. There you go. Okay, so it's maybe one more thing before we start the takedown. I feel like we need one more thing, maybe CJ or the.
Can I throw a thing?
Please.
Can we get being that we clearly have some kind of Russian mob connections? Can we work them in somehow?
I think that's definitely going to be a big part of it. But how is that going to work? What I'm looking for is one more thing with the retriever and
Can we snake another guy out from under him?
That's what I was thinking, actually, just to really
like just to really dig in.
just to really fucking shit on his parade.
I mean that could be where we stage the
I almost
final
imagine
thingy.
I almost imagine that throughout the days we have just been doing this to him. Like we didn't just catch that one guy.
Every time he pulls up in his cool motorcycle, we just the van parks in front of him.
with liberty.
Yeah.
Got your bell rung. Like I imagine we have been consistently just punching him in the guts.
all right, give me a hitter awareness or hitter alertness from Burke. And someone give me give me a mastermind intelligence from
All right, that's a 17.
Eli. You're 17.
Right.
Jesus. All right, this guy's a little better than that.
Oh, I rolled a complication.
Oh, you got 2 opportunities. Anyone got anything?
For opportunities.
Yeah, because you got 2 of them. Take your.
Fixer rolls complication.
I haven't rolled a complication. I've rolled
And-
opportunities.
And I can I only have Archangel, and the bigger they are,
Gotcha.
my van is my asset. I still don't think I have. No.
That's fine.
Don't you need a
Yeah, take another plot point.
Okie dokie, I have 3.
Yay.
yeah, you need plot points to work any of those, right?
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Anyway, good to have them.
so the complication is that he seems to, you don't figure out exactly how he's grabbing selecting targets. And so like you guys pull up in front of his van at one point because you're just tracking his van at this point. And instead of it being like him going to take down a guy, it's him going to like a gym. Like you guys pull up in the thing ready for him to be like in his full gear, and it's just like him with a workout bag being like,
Flip him the bird and drive away. Or wait, do you want to outlift him? That's up to you, Burke.
ooh.
Do you want to outlift him
You're already
in
at
front
the
of
chair.
in front of the whole gym? His fucking home away from home, where he lives and loves.
Yeah, Let's try it. Let's roll it. Let's see what happens.
Let's
he is
see.
on steroids. He is on
Because
steroids.
that's gonna be a hitter plus strength, right?
Oh, or challenge him
yes.
to a friendly boxing match.
That might be a bit.
No, that's a step too far. Because I don't want to act like I even noticed that he's there.
It's even better. It's even better.
All right, so he rolled a 1 and a 4.
All
For a
right,
total
so
of
I
5.
need a 2d10 here. So
And let's hope you roll a 11. Okay, so you he's very
Staring
much a macho man and very insecure about gender roles. And
I'm assuming he's one of those that like yells when he.
oh god, just so much noise.
Ah!
Every lift is like, love me and pay attention to me.
He keeps looking in the mirror and greasing up. You know what I mean?
He's so slippery at this point.
He lays down on the thing. Just
How does he even hold on to those weights? You don't even know. Like that's
gloves.
a skill.
He's got gloves.
gloves.
That's what the gloves are for.
But he's because I think it might have been hard to tell, but Burke is definitely female, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he.
Yeah, I keep forgetting actually because the way this is very, like,
Yeah.
I guess, fluid in that way. Yeah.
So Burke is definitely like there lifting, and like he's like he sees you put on some weights, and then he puts on like as much and then a little more, and has like his boys. He's got like 2 guys with him. He does some reps.
His good old muscle boys.
Can one of these be my boys?
Who do you choose?
I don't know. I don't know.
Does
Because
Isabel
all of us
have
are
hitter?
terrible choices.
Okay, then never mind. This is
What?
just me hanging out.
If you want, I could be your coach with like the raspy and the cigarettes.
Okay.
No, they would not. They would not let you have the cigarette.
No.
Oh, one of you guys be Burke's like spotter.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I was confused.
Well, that's
I'm
what I
sorry.
was wondering.
What did you think I meant by
Isabel
one of
had
my
hitter,
boys?
too.
I had no idea. I was like, are they back in town?
Rainbow,
Like-
do you want to be Berg's spotter because you're like a tiny little like nerd? And
You know what?
you
Let's
know-
do that.
That's perfect. That's perfect. One
Excellent.
more rep. Come on, you got it.
This is how Burke and Rainbow bond.
I love it.
Me-
Everybody in the gym is like, what the fuck?
the thing is I'm not even worried about it. I'm just standing there like one hand on the bar, but I'm actually just looking at my phone. Just
I just keep going. That one. That one on it. Okay.
All right, so we'll do a fitness montage
Yes.
of different leg presses. Of like you'll get off a leg press and like he'll sit down, like wipe it down, and then he'll just sit down on it and like not be able to do it. And then he gets up and walks away without wiping it down because he's gross.
Yeah, he is.
At this point, I do feel the need to mention the only gym I've ever been in is Planet Fitness, where like everybody's real chill.
This is not his gym.
It is much nicer compared to some of the other ones out there.
Yeah, this is not a gym.
I'm just trying to picture, the intense dude bro one,
They're
and not the yuppies who show up after their
Yeah.
graphic designer job.
So there are definitely people in there that like try to hit on both Rainbow and Burke. Yeah, of all kinds, to be honest. All kinds of people are like giving Rainbow and Burke the eye.
So they're getting all the attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Alright.
So great.
So he looks like he is ready to pop a vein in his brain.
For no reason but to just shit on him. I love it.
Oh god, you guys are just driving him
This
insane.
doesn't help us, but I love it.
Or does it?
Or does it? He's gonna snap. This is his livelihood. We're taking his livelihood and his life. We're really getting in his head.
Oh, yeah.
Are we filming this?
Are you?
Oh, that is such a good idea.
Oh, it looks like Burke's on. Oh no, it looks like Rainbow's on her phone.
Yeah.
Oh, But I'm just there filming for social media.
Yes.
I should have saved this as a flashback. Here's what really was happening.
Yeah, that's fine. We can work that in.
Right. Well, hang on to that.
Okay, so do you guys feel you have enough, or do you need more?
I don't know. Should we do
anything else? I mean, we've been consistently fucking with him. We've got the Russian mob involved.
Rainbow.
Going too well.
Yeah.
Can you find if CJ has any? We already looked into gambling. Nobody has any deep gambling debts or anything, right? Can you find any money that goes missing from CJ's accounts regularly?
I think the fact that CJ is laundering money for the Russian mob is probably good enough.
No, I want to know. I want to know if he is laundering money for them, or if he is
cleaning his own money.
No.
Here's okay. So you want something on CJ?
I want to know his rank and level in comparison to the Russian mob. How high is he? Is he a big guy, or is he just an underling? Who's being pooped on?
Give me a hacker. So this would actually be something only Eli would be able to figure out, I think.
Okay. All right.
This would be mastermind awareness.
Prisony bits help you with this.
And you could add your prisony bits.
My prisony bits.
Sounds so dirty.
What does that? What is the distinction?
I don't know what you call it.
Or you could use it against you and have it be a D4 and get a plot point.
So it would help me not be able to get the
3 or 4 plot points.
It's your call.
Wait. What is it if it's not a D4?
D8.
A D8 or a D4? Okay, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna use it, but I can't talk to him or get too close to him because he will know me.
Who, CJ?
Yeah, he hasn't seen me yet.
That is true.
So I could use it in that way where I have to just kind of watch his business and just sort of figure it out from the.
This will be the mastermind part of that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So sure.
Awareness.
So I'll take. So that's 1d4, 2d10.
Let me set the table for you. All right, you got to be 7.
All right. So.
And wait, 1d4. This is your mastermind and your alertness.
So that's 2. Yeah, that's 2d10. And then didn't you say I throw a d4 on there to make it harder?
You can use one of your distinctions to get a plot point and throw a d4 on there.
That's what I was gonna do.
Okay.
Just for the takedown, I can have another plot point. All right, so I'm gonna roll the 2d10.
Yep. Okay. So you roll 2 10s.
And I'll roll the one.
You still have to roll that 1d4. You get that plot point, and you roll 4 on that. So your total is 20 against a difficulty of 7.
I know. Listen, I know his favorite fucking sandwich. I know everything about this man. So
it's a Reuben.
I'm imagining it's just been Eli, while they're at the gym, while Isabel's doing whatever it is Isabel does. What does Isabel do? Just sort of disappears and does things. But I'm just going to be...
Hey, actually, maybe keep that in your back pocket then. While we were doing all this very out in the open shit.
Yeah, what was Isabel sneaking around?
I'm sitting in the van.
Uh-huh.
Van parked, turned around, and I'm just looking out the window, just smoking, and just sitting there for hours, just watching the store, watching the interactions. Got some binoculars, just watching. Ooh, my mic just really picked up for some reason. Does anybody else hear that? Just watching everything that CJ does and how he interacts with the Russians that come in and out.
You only see one Russian come in and out, and it was the same bagman as the one who went to the laundromat. The Russian bagman deals with him as though he is a boss, but not the boss. As though he is maybe some kind of mid-range lieutenant, maybe a little lower. or like someone's cousin who was very favored and would not be messed with in the least, but might not be too deep in the actual,
That's kind of where I thought he'd be. This was more just in case there was some sort of surprise, and I kind of wanted to know where he stood.
Yes, you find no more surprises with this. This was you doing thorough surveillance.
I don't see him, do I know anything of his ambitions within this mob? Have I seen him talking to anybody he shouldn't when it comes to the mob, or anybody that he is he just a very dutiful, member, or does he like to skim? Does he like to...
You do think that maybe he's taking a little more off the top than they realize.
Because, they're always going to suspect you're going to skim, but there's, a limit.
I don't know. Like, if you skim at all from the Russian mob, I don't think that goes well.
Yeah, because they technically pay you a fee to launder their money. So.
And if you grab more than that, they are going to make you a lesson. So he is actually taking a little more than... See, here's the thing. You rolled so well. What do you want that weakness to be?
Whatever you...
Can I save that for later? Or does it need to be now?
It's coming up very soon.
Do you just want me to make it now?
Double Jeff and no Nerdy. Ooh. Double Jeff. We got Double Jeff on the stream. Nerdy down.
What the?
What the what?
I see it.
Disco.
This is the part where they're both in the gym, but Rainbow is wearing a mask of Burke's face.
Oh God, no!
And they're just
don't make it scary for them.
They're circling around the retriever, and he's losing his mind. This is a dream sequence that the retriever is having. It's all Burke's dancing around, laughing.
Burke's all the way down.
The retriever's just...
I'm just gonna make a character choice here that Burke is not a psychological torturer. She's not that imaginative.
Some sort of dream demon.
She's never seen a single Alfred Hitchcock movie, let alone Vertigo.
So here's what
it turns into Breaking John Malkovich.
Here's what I would like. Alone and isolated in this area, left to be a simple money launderer, CJ is unhappy with his current position. He deserves more. He carries himself like a man who wants to be a leader. And in his mind, he is. And he does not like that his position is so low. He has begun to become disgruntled, agitated. He's making connections with that judge that maybe the rest of the mafia isn't even very aware of, that how close he's getting to that judge, and having a judge in his own pocket, not the rest of the... What?
It's fixed. Sorry.
Oh,
Good job, everybody. We've got a full cast again.
Nice. So yeah, basically he's slowly starting to make his own plays. Not loud or crazy enough that like law enforcement would be able to pick up on it and use it, but I'm seeing it. You know what I mean? I'm seeing what he's doing. He's working towards something bigger.
Yes.
And we'll leave it at that.
Yes. All right. So, I think you guys have enough to start the takedown.
Okay.
Do you agree? Everyone good? If anyone feels like they need another beat or scene, let me know. I think we've got enough pieces in play that we can.
Now. Yeah, I think I'm good.
You going dark for a second was very impressively hackerish.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened, but anyways.
You're getting counter-hacked.
Yeah. It's fine, I fixed it.
Yep, no, it's perfect now. All right. So, how do you want the takedown scene to begin with the what is going on? And then remember, we do a takedown scene like every episode of Leverage where things are going, and then we get to a point where it's like, oh no, everything's not perfect. But then we go into flashbacks connecting all the pieces together to show that this is exactly what you wanted the whole time.
So, unless somebody wants to go first,
Go
I had
for it.
an idea. The retriever gets a call, and he's like, "Really? No way! This is perfect. This is exactly what I've been looking for. They're gonna eat shit." And he hits the thing. He goes, "Come on, we got a big fish!" And runs with his crew. And he's like, "Don't tell no one. This is top secret. I don't want no one to know."
Like, "Don't tell no one." Sammy's the one that says, "Don't tell no one."
Yeah. The wife, yeah.
Because the wife's gonna be there too. Because
Don't tell no one.
Yeah.
she's pretty awful.
And they begin to go.
Can I speak to your manager?
Oh God.
Sorry. Yeah, she's that one.
You see CJ sitting there and close the trunk of a car and just and go and get in the car and start driving.
That's a little ominous. Continue.
And you see the judge very bad at being sneaky, literally wearing an overcoat and like because the way that you made it didn't seem like he fucking understands bribes or anything. He's new at
he understands bribes, he just doesn't understand subterfuge.
Yes. So he's like, okay, and he's got a suitcase with him, and he's kind of holding it tight, and goes in to the
to a motel or the motel room.
To the motel room. The motel room.
It is room 36.
Okay.
Just in case you guys want to change the room numbers for some flashback reason.
And yeah.
From
What?
What? I said change the room numbers for some reason, and it looked like Burke got a thought.
I had maybe an inkling of an idea.
What's up?
That flashback. We did change. We did change the numbers on the rooms. So 39 is 36 and 36 is 39. And in the hotel or in the motel room is perhaps FBI?
I was actually thinking
keep it.
Or
I was thinking it was going to be a room that we had control of for like a week.
Okay.
Already prepping, already readying it. It has bugs. It has
The flashback would actually be rainbow, like in the vents.
Just all over the room, just like going nuts and making sure like takes a quarter and drops it on the floor and can hear it through every one of the mics. And it's like
all right.
Give me a mastermind alertness roll or mastermind intelligence roll.
Mine?
Yes.
Oh right, I'm the okay.
Because you're doing the flashback.
You still are, yeah.
All right, guys.
Oh, you got a 12 above an 8. You have killed it. Good job. All right, so that scene goes off without a hitch. Who else wants to add to this flashback for this setup? What do you got?
You know what? If we're setting them up for this room,
Mhm.
can I hack this so that when they go in the room, it goes up to a live feed for the police or something, so they see everything?
Or
right.
onto. Okay, go on.
So
Either that, or I could use Lucinda Martin,
Who?
my reporter
reporter.
friend from last.
yes, you can. Lucinda Martin.
That's awesome.
All right, so give me if you want to use that.
Look at that remembering things.
That was very good. That was very, very good. That's excellent.
Plucky reporter Lucinda Martin on the scene. So yeah, give me. We will cut to a scene of her sitting in the lobby of this rundown motel, which is basically like 4 stools and a vending machine, looking at a tablet which has a live feed. Give me a. This is tricky. Well, I'd say that'd be a hacker intelligence roll.
Okay. Can I spend the plot point to make her an asset?
Yes.
Awesome. That's a D6.
Okay, so you got a 10. You definitely beat it. All right, so that scene is all set up. Lucinda Martin's in place. All right. What is Isabel giving us? What do you think you can do to position these people the way you want?
Really good question.
Remember, you're also a thief, so
No.
No, you don't have backup thief? What's your secondary? Hitter?
Hitter.
Yeah.
Well then, I have a job for you if you would like to take... well, we'll get to that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, does Burke have anything special?
Nothing that I feel like I've fucked around with them enough at this point.
Alright. So, Evan, do you want to narrate what happens in the next bit of the scene as the judge goes into the room?
Yes. The judge goes into the room and sits there and kind of paces for a bit. After a couple of minutes, another car, a familiar car, pulls into the same parking lot, and out steps CJ and just kind of and nods to the car, and you see 4 other, like, meathead, Russian mafia come out, and they start kind of like walking around the motel, doing like a check while CJ pops the trunk, looks, I'm going to say pops the trunk, takes something out and puts it in his jacket, closes it, and goes up to the room, knocking on it.
All right, the judge will open the door and be like...
And he goes... And CJ just walks inside, whatever. This is every day for him. And he shuts the door behind him. And he sits down. He goes, "So, you have the money?" Actually, does CJ talk with Russian accent?
CJ doesn't really have a heavy accent. He worked hard to get rid of it.
You got the money? And...
yeah, it's all in this briefcase right here. You got that thing? Not that I'd be buying any goods or service from you. I mean, this is not some kind of quid pro quo situation. I'm just going to leave my briefcase here, and you're going to hand me it. Yeah.
Yeah. Less talking. Just put the briefcase down, open it, let me count it.
Last time someone said less talking in a motel room, it went real different.
Open the briefcase.
Click, click. He opens the briefcase. What's in the box? What's in the briefcase?
So he starts, money.
What's in the box? Money's in the briefcase. All right.
Money. Full blown. He did it. He went for
the 14,000. Yes.
He went for it. Yeah. And all of this, as this, you kind of pan out and you see Rainbow watching it from a monitor, seeing a beautiful view of it. And so CJ looks good enough, and starts reaching into his coat. At that point, down the street comes barreling a Hummer straight towards the scene.
Now,
the problem is that there are dangerous people here, and this could actually be a really dangerous situation. So we need to subdue the thugs
as quietly and as quickly as possible. So I need a scene with both Isabel and Burke hittering.
Making sure that they are not heard. You take them out fast so the shooting can't start.
Yeah, I'll have Burke give me an agility hitter.
Okay.
And Isabel, which style of hitting do you do when you hit people? Are you more of a just like knock them in the face until they're down, or are you like...
Yeah.
Go for the
like,
throw.
Or like judo flip them, or...
Judo flipping, yeah.
All right.
Because she is Isabel kind of smaller,
Yeah.
like thinner. Yeah, so you could get real up close to them before they even think that you're a threat.
Oh.
Like she's very tall, but also
right
narrow.
But I mean, think what Russian supermodels look like.
Yeah. These
are Russians, so they're like, hey, that's our thing.
All right, so
that's probably offensive to Russia.
Give me. I don't. Okay. Yes. What am I asking for? That would be a good thing to know. I need a hitter agility from Isabel.
Okay.
Can you? I don't know how these work. Can you use femme fatale on that by like you used it to get close to them so that they didn't see you coming?
I'd let that happen.
Yeah.
Because the fatale is definitely part of it.
Yeah, like oh hello, you know what I mean? Look at these big strong men. Ruin their lives. Their arms are broken.
All right, so that's hitter, agility, and femme fatale.
10, 6, 12. Perfect. That's exactly what you, one better. Actually, that's exactly what you needed to pull this off. So we
Okay.
Isabel.
Go ahead. No, go for it.
No, you tell me because I'll work it all into one.
While she's coming up out front, I am just going to come in from behind, and I'm going to use my only suckers fight fair, and just start demolishing them from behind.
Oh Jesus!
Assuming that I roll correctly, so it's going to be a 10, an 8, and another 8. Yes, another 8. 8. Okay.
All right, so you've got a 16, which is better than the 11. So, are you take out the other 3 guys or other 2 guys?
Just wrecking them from behind.
I love how scrappy Burke is when like she really doesn't need to be scrappy because she is like just vicious.
Just before they even know, I'm just boxing ears and kicking knees and grabbing the guy's one nose from behind and just pulling.
So what we see is one of the 2 Russian bros walking down the hallway, and they're just like, hey, yeah. And the door next to them open, and one of them just go flying inside. And then Burke come out, grab the other guy, and just pull him into the room. Cartoon fight thing. And then Burke walks out and like breaks the lock on that door. All right. And as that's happening, we zoom to across the way where another guy's like, huh? Oh. And then just gets taken clean, like flipped right into the pool from the 2nd story balcony by Isabel.
Yes, good.
All right, so
He's
that's
drown
when
in there.
you would fish him out. It's just for dramatics.
Okay.
The stuntman had a good idea. I just went with it. All right. And so when the retriever pulls up, he pulls up. He pulls up right into the place.
Can I use? I don't know if I'd use a plot point for this, but I feel like I would because it's a pretty heavy, I think a big call. He's pulled up. His car's upgraded. He has like a satellite now, like a larger antenna. And
what are those, like military antennas?
Because he comes out and he goes, this is going to be our first live takedown of a target.
Actually, I don't know, Evan, if you've noticed it, but a live video broadcast setup is now like a backpack and a vest and a cameraman. The cameraman is now the live transmitter too.
Perfect. That's perfect. So they are live, broadcasting out to all of you. What's his name? The retriever. All you.
He's on Instagrams.
Retrievals or whatever he would call his followers. All you pups. I don't know.
Pups. Yeah. He calls them pups.
Jesus.
Oh no! All my bulldogs.
Yes. So he is broadcasting live, and he goes in, balls to the walls, to go take down what he thinks is the recently escaped Stevie McMeans, who is the first person that he lost to us, and he is not gonna let it happen again, and he's gonna show the world that we fucked up and that he is the only one who can retrieve, and they stay retrieved.
He says all that into the camera, and then is like, okay, everyone around. The cameraman gets on one side of the door, the retriever gets on another. He pulls out like a taser, and he goes and like kicks in the door. The door just bam flies open. And inside is exactly what he expects. exactly what he expects, which is CJ and the judge and a briefcase open and full of money.
And CJ holding a large like pack of either coke or heroin, like just straight up drugs.
Straight up drugs that no one.
Actual real drugs.
All right, so do you want to? So we'll need a backpack to establish that, though. Give me.
No, he had it in his.
You had him put it there, but how did he know to bring it?
Oh, you want the flashback?
Yeah, I want that flashback.
Okay, so he's standing there with the drugs. All right, so this flashback.
What got CJ there?
CJ is sitting while I'm watching him.
Yeah.
While he's sitting there. And while I'm watching him, I take out my shitty phone that everybody makes fun of me for, and I beep, boop, 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 boop. Like, can't see super good, so he does it.
Any peepers?
It calls.
Reading glasses, no.
Hey. Yeah, I've been watching him. I told you. Yeah, he's planning something. Here's the details. And
who's on the other end of that phone line?
So CJ's phone rings and he picks it up. Yeah. He straightens himself. That's not. No, that's ridiculous. I don't do that anymore. Are you kidding me? We have men for that. Fine. And he hangs up the phone and he goes to start packing he pulls the drugs out of a dryer because it's a laundromat. He takes the tarp off of one of those things and just fucks on a drugs. He's like, and he's
dryer out of order.
And as he's doing it, he's calling his boys. Yeah, I'm gonna need 4 of yous. Yeah, just 4's fine, or however many we had. 5.
3.
He took out 3. Took out whatever.
2 and 1.
Either way, and goes to pack his people up. So it was who Burke was talking to on the phone that got to get CJ to go and start this
you mean Eli
thing.
Was talking to on the phone?
Yeah, I'm sorry, who Eli was talking to on the phone. The one single names are good.
I didn't want more responsibility.
Yeah, no, me neither. So, and then I would, if I can, would like to save who he was talking to for the very end, but I can do it now if you'd rather.
Do we have one other thing? Does anyone have anything else they want to add on to this? Just
okay, so
put all the cherries on it, guys.
Yeah, but they leave.
No point in saving points.
They leave.
These are plot points?
Yeah, spend a plot. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess because there's a thing that I kind of want to do. Is anybody still in the laundromat?
There can be one person there, but they're absentmindedly playing on their phone while waiting for clothes to tumble or something.
The dryer where they hide all their stuff, the dryers, where are they? Are they on our side of the laundromat?
Yes.
Okay, so they
hide all their drugs?
Is Rainbow when she's looking at the computer monitor to see that everything's all... And she's in the office, so she stands up and she goes in the back room, and there's equipment in there from the workshop that she got back in there, and I want to be cutting a hole out and stealing some money from them.
Oh my god, that's brilliant!
I love it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's excellent. I can even use that. That's excellent. Oh my god, that's what you were doing the whole time in the secret room?
That's why I said there. That's why I made sure to put in that I walked out of the back room and closed the door. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
So
Perfect. Mwah.
So, what I want to do
Yes.
is all of that time where Isabel is mysteriously missing. Just like a series of flashbacks of her getting in touch with the Retriever's production crew. Not the Retriever and his wife, just like
the actual
man.
There was a name for that woman, Anne Shively from the National Country TV Network.
Yeah.
NCTV.
So, just like a series of flashbacks of Isabel, like talking to the cameraman, talking to the sound crew, getting them in on this. Because this dude and his wife seem like absolute terrors to work with anyway.
Yeah, you've told them that you're their you're the intermediary between, I'm sorry, you keep going.
But yeah, like, just making sure they get this guy in the worst possible light during this whole takedown.
And they have something to take to a news network.
Yeah.
Well, we already have a reporter on scene.
Oh, that's true. But they have live footage. They have a whole different, better angle than the reporter even... You know what I mean? Like, the reporter can bring it to the people, but these guys are going to have some choice footage.
Yeah.
Like,
someone reporting
going to be on TMZ the next day.
Yes.
Dang right.
So you're telling, the production crew that, you work for Sammy and the Retriever.
Yeah.
And they believe, you're their go-between between the production crew and Sammy. The entire scene... You know what? Let's give me a willpower grifter. 6, 10. Nice. You beat 10. You beat my 7. So this scene goes off without a hitch. There's scenes of you wearing the same ID and badge that that says bounty hunter. Yours is assistant to the bounty hunter. Yeah. And so it just goes off perfectly, and just montage of success. All right. Oh yes, we do need some thief from the drugs, drug take.
Can I use workshop since I took tools from the workshop?
You may. Yes.
Awesome. Looks like we got 13.
Oh, geez. Okay, so yeah, you've done a great job. Not complicated things whatsoever. We see...
This job is the best.
We see Rainbow basically taking off, or covered in, goggles and overalls. Before we probably saw Rainbow with some weird makeup looking like... It might have looked like makeup on her face, but it was actually drywall particles. As she pulls basically a giant stack of money out of the wall.
Holy
so that goes off perfectly too.
That is awesome.
So I think we're at the final roll where everything has come together, and you need to give me a mastermind, and you have five d6 you can spend, and remember you can combine those. You can take 2 of those d6s and turn it into a single d8, or
the d12. You mean?
All the way up to d12. You can increase the die by 1 step by spending a die.
Wait, so I have how many d6s I can use?
You have, I'll ask for a mastermind.
Okay. So that's a 1d10.
Plus intelligence.
That's a 2d10.
All right, and then you have 5d6 that you could either roll as 5 individual d6s, or up that to, instead of 5d6s...
2 d12s and 1 d6?
Hold on, let me... no, that would be a d10.
Okay.
You could get 2 d10 and a d6.
Out of that? Okay, so that would be 4 d10s total?
4 d10s and a d6. And you take the highest 2 of those dice. Versus 1d6 plus 1d8 plus some complications. I get to add some things in here too.
Okay.
Every time you guys generated a complication, I got a little stronger. 1d8 plus 1d8.
It's going. Yeah, it's been going too good so far, guys. Get ready. Are you guys ready for me to roll 4 2s? You ready for that? And then 4 1s.
There we
should
go.
I roll now? Oh, sweet mother of...
Oh no. See, that's a lot of numbers added together, but you only take the highest 2. So I rolled a 6 and an 8. Your difficulty is still high. It's a 14.
Gotcha.
You need to take all those dice you got, find the highest 2, and have them beat 14.
All right, here's the 4d10. Buck.
Okay, so your highest currently...
And then 1d6.
Now you can spend a plot point to add more of those dice into the final roll. Do you still have plot points?
I have
You
2
should
plot
do
points,
that.
and I'm ready to roll with this.
So you can use those plot points to add in more dice to your roll. So those numbers you just generated, you could get more of them. So if you spend one more plot point, you get it up to a 15, which is all you need.
Done.
All right, so you spend that plot point. We'll say that plot point was. What was that one fact that pushes you just past them?
The only thing that we have that is an unattended variable, something that is still too dangerous.
Yeah.
Is CJ pulls a gun on the retriever, and the retriever freezes.
Is wearing a vest, but yeah, freezes.
Well, still,
it's yeah.
Still shit. Like, you can still die. Pulls a gun, and we flashback. Who has CJ? Has CJ seen any of us? CJ's never seen any of us. Has he?
What?
I don't think. Has he?
Did we? No.
Yeah, we didn't put anybody in his path.
We've just been sitting next door.
Who's the best thief?
Thief's my second.
Yep.
Okay.
Thief's your second.
There you go.
So,
all right.
Give me a thief agility, because what are you trying to have him steal?
He is going to take the gun, and he is going to, not only is he going to make it that the gun can't fire, but he's going to make it that it squirts out confetti.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna back this up.
No, not the confetti's.
Okay, all right, fine. So just
because I have a thing that actually directly relates here.
Yeah.
Which is that, like, I can steal and dismantle a gun when it's pulled.
Do you want to literally fucking leap through the window? And you're behind there. Do you just want to be like, nope, and pull him out and just take it away from him?
I don't think I'd be that dramatic.
I don't think that would help us.
Yeah, no, this is.
Because I was thinking,
I think the thieving bullets out is good enough.
Okay.
I mean, it could also be that I stole the gun and then Burke just took out the firing pin or something.
Yeah, you gave it to Burke, who just goes pop, pulls out the firing pin, puts it back. Yeah.
He won't know the difference here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's what happens. So we do that flashback of CJ getting up out of his chair, and Rainbow walks into the office and just walks back to the van, hands the gun to Burke. Burke pops it out, and then Rainbow just walks back into the office, and then we hear a flushing noise, and CJ comes back from the door. Yes, awesome. That only took a matter of seconds because you knew where everything was, and you're a great thief. All right. Yes, perfect. All right, So the way it all breaks down is this: those guys are taken out. The retriever pulls up, screaming in his extra special Humvee, with his guy with the live camera feed on him. They go running up. You get the shoddy camera footage, and then you go, okay, ready? He kicks in the door. The cameraman gets he kicks in the door and runs in. The cameraman gets the whole room, and all the while the reporter's just watching this on her tablet, being like, this. So we have the judge going like, what the hell's that? And you're, what the hell's that? And then we've got the CJ going, you betrayed me, you set me up, yelling at the retriever, and the retriever being like, huh?
I would never do that, boss. I would never do that. I didn't do that.
It's like, why are you here? You didn't send me here.
You're so dumb.
Yeah, and so at that point, I think we need sirens to start closing in on that. So we will have to do a scene of who was talking to the FBI last. Who's got friends in the FBI? Would it be Isabel was moving the FBI into location?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Isabel had, after taking out these guys, placed a phone call to her friend who believes she's an FBI agent. Because of the end of last episode, you guys gave them a bunch of things too. And we'll cut back to at the end of that episode with Isabel in an FBI coat, handing someone a coffee and like chatting them up.
Jesus.
As the look, that agent will need a name. Let's find him a name. Let's see. Anyone got a fun name?
Angela Sobel.
Angela Sobel. Agent Angela Sobel. And maybe you have some history with her or something that we can get to in a later episode. But yeah, so the FBI starts coming in. And so you guys have managed to expose the judge as someone in the middle of a bribe, or buying drugs, which is even worse, from a bail bondsman that he was, in communications with. And then the retriever's there just looking like a complete idiot. His reputation is pretty much shot. And so we'll cut to you guys sitting at a table with the family from the beginning, with Ulysses and Darnielle Howard. What do you say to them?
Well, I figured y'all watch the news.
It's just so unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty unbelievable. So
stuff like this never happens in a small town. To white folks.
True. But I don't think OG bonds is going to be a problem anymore. And I don't think they're going to be bothering you anymore. I mean, the retriever, he worked there, and now the whole place is... the whole place is in a little bit of trouble, so I don't think he's going to be getting to be a bounty hunter anytime soon.
Thank you.
Be fine.
That's a weight off our shoulders. Oh.
Yep, you're welcome. And he gets up and leaves. You guys don't have to. You can do whatever you want.
And then Rainbow pulls out some cash. Not all of it, but some cash. Puts it on the table and goes, "This should help with all those fees."
And they're like, thank you so much. This will change our lives. And they look absolutely, they get up and like hug Rainbow. How does Rainbow feel about people she doesn't know hugging her?
She's not comfortable with that, no.
No. Oh God, sorry.
Please don't. Oh God.
And if you guys want to do any more scenes, we can do one at a barbecue for the Howards, because you guys are now considered family.
Okay, so then I think it would be a scene Rainbow sitting at a table with her computer, editing all that footage into an actual mock-up show of Burke being a bounty hunter.
Just cause.
That would be the end of the episode. It would be like...
I watch the footage and just go...
I look fucking cool.
If anyone's willing to put clips of that together into a semblance of us describing what that show would actually be like. Because what was it? We Burt going, he's an asshole? And I'm going to kick his ass? I forget.
He's going to get his bell rung. I'm gonna get him. I'm Liberty Chapman, and you just got your bell rung.
And then scenes of Liberty Chapman working out.
Hearts
every once in a while. Every once in a while, the camera, it's on. You can tell it's like handheld. Every once in a while, the camera goes from him, goes over, and zooms in across the gym, and you can just see like the retriever just like.
Real bounty hunters don't need a fancy car. All right.
I would like if Isabel, were you gonna do a scene? I got one. If you don't have one, for this photo.
Yeah.
I don't really.
Do you guys have any personal stuff that you wanna? The end.
I wanted to do something to kind of also wrap up sort of everything that I did.
Okay, do it.
All right, so I showed up to the barbecue and hung out a little bit, slapped my hand on Bert's shoulder as they're watching the thing, and I make my way over. I take a burger, to go. I thank the folk, and I get in my van, and I drive away, and I drive for a while, and then I park in this nasty, dirty-looking parking lot, and a car pulls up in front of me, and out of it gets Dimitri, the man that I was sitting in the sauna with. And I walk over to him, and I don't know if we would shake hands. We stand there looking at each other, and I go, I appreciate what you've done, and I hope you see that it helped you out as well.
Sometimes loose ends get cut.
That they do. But this one happened to work in my favor, and I do appreciate that, Dimitri. Goes a long way.
We are now even.
Well, I guess if you could consider that. Yeah, sure. I'll cut you. We're even.
And next time, we won't aim for the solar plexus. It'll go right to the guts. Kind of indicating that knife wound across his gut was from a Russian mob.
I understand and appreciate your honesty.
It's always fun seeing you. It's never pleasant, but it's fun.
Likewise, Dimitri. And I do offer my hand to him. It was good working with you again.
Never again. And he shakes your hand.
Later, brothers. And I get back in my car. Bros.
He goes, bro, and shakes your hand.
Yeah. Hop in my car and...
All right. Does anyone have any? That's a great ending. If no one has any other tags,
I think that's too good of an ending.
Nobody mess with that.
Yeah, perfect. All right, thank you, everybody. Justice has yet again been served. So, thank you for enjoying the game. Thank you for watching with us and hanging out. If you'd like to introduce yourself, let's start with Jeff because you probably don't have a ton of things.
Oh no, I've got so many. I don't have anything.
Okay, thank you. Michi, you got anything going on you'd like to tell us about?
I'm Michi at Michisaurus on the Twitters. I am here on Wednesdays for Leverage and every other Thursday for Pokemon. I'm also a mod in the Discord that you should totally join and check out and say hi.
All right.
And that's all I've got.
Evan, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I'm Zombie Love Juice on Twitter, and I actually just started a Patreon for some art that I do and writing and like poetry and stuff. Just it's like whatever I create, I just throw on there, and that's also Zombie Love Juice. If you go on Patreon, hopefully that's what you find. I hope. I'm sorry if you don't. And I play on this every Wednesday, which is awesome, and I think I'm going to be playing a Vampire Masquerade game on Saturday. Looks like that's going to be happening, so that's cool. And yeah, and I do a thing on YouTube called Everyman Hybrid. It's okay. Check that out if you want.
Yeah, some people seem to really enjoy it.
Some people, yes.
All right, Nerdy Teddy, go right ahead.
Hey, I'm Nerdy Teddy. You can find me on Twitter, Nerdy Teddy. On the Discord as I think it's Nerdy Teddy Bear Hacker something right now. And otherwise I'm here Wednesdays, of course, for this. Tomorrow I will be here again for Shadowrun New Atlantis. It looks like we're gonna have the full gang back, so that'll be fun. Nice. And then I also joined the Pokemon games on Thursdays. That is actually all I have right now, which is...
People, that Pokemon game is absurd and hilarious. I would recommend it. Yeah, catch some VODs of that. It's... What if Pokemon got real dark real fast? It's pretty damn entertaining. My name's Kevin Myers. I'm Jim D.A. Bison on the Twitters. I'm in the Discords. I run this game. I've got some other things coming up. Unfortunately, all the charity streams I was going to do ended. However, my TMNT Trucking Turtles game was a blast and is available for VOD on the Thread Raiders channel. It's also a really good time to check out. All right, thank you, everyone, and I think that's it for the night. Who are we going to throw to tonight?
Exploding Dice.
Awesome, they're good people. All right, have a great night, everyone, and be well. See you next week.
Good night, guys.